Rican pride will be on full display this weekend with the return of the National Puerto Rican Day Parade. After a 2-year hiatus, the celebration will be back on Fifth Avenue and fully in person.
Yeah, and one of the people who will be celebrating is Luis Maldonado, chair of the board of the National Puerto Rican Day Parade. And he joins us live this morning with a look ahead. Good morning. This is such exciting news.
Yes.
Yes, very exciting. We're super excited to be back on Fifth Avenue. And ever since we started planning earlier this year, we could just feel the momentum building because the community just kept reaching out, and they're very excited to join us on Fifth Avenue this Sunday.
I mean, this is one heck of a parade, right? You know, when you see this before the pandemic, you always knew the Puerto Rican Day Parade was coming to town because the excitement was building. You expecting big crowds this weekend?
Oh, absolutely. I think Fifth Avenue is going to be completely full. We'll probably have more people than we've ever had before, we're anticipating. And as far as a contingent, a parade procession itself, we have over 150 contingents. I think up to upwards of 70 floats. We have people coming from all over the country. Hundreds of people coming from Puerto Rico. So, we expect a full parade.
I can't believe it's already been. This is the 65th National Puerto Rican Day Parade. I mean, what does it mean to you to have it go so strong for so long, all these years?
Well, I think it just speaks to the legacy and the legacy building that we as a community have really strived to achieve. Remember, everybody thinks of the parade as the big celebration that it is. But very much like the Pride March, it is was born in activism, with a sense of activism, really sort of showing New York City and the world the best of who we are as a community, and also what we contribute to New York society, but also calling for equal treatment, equal rights, addressing certain issues that we have to take on as a community, and mobilizing the community when the action is needed.
Yeah, the history lesson's so important here, and now it's really evolved into one of the most attended parades, not only in the city, but in the country. And this year, U.S. Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona will serve as the Grand Marshal, right? So tell us a little bit about him, why he was chosen to lead this year's parade.
Well, he is the first Latino, first Puerto Rican Secretary of Education. But education has always has been one of our pillars, and particularly through our scholarship program, where this year we will have given away over $1.4 million in scholarship dollars since 2014. And since that priority, to continue with that priority and underscore the priority, why not, shine a spotlight on the first Secretary of Education that comes from Puerto Rican descent.
Yeah, what an honor for him. But who are some of the others that you're going to be honoring this weekend?
Well, our king is Nicky Jam. We have two native-born New Yorkers as Madrina and Padrino, or Godmother and Godfather. Angie Martinez, the Queen of Radio, as well as Fat Joe, who needs no introduction. Yeah. We also have a Trailblazer Award, Robin De Jesus, from Tick Tick Boom fame.
Yes.
Jasmine Camacho Quinn, only the second person to have won a gold medal representing Puerto Rico. And we have a lot of others. Michael Carabello, who actually is a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, an inductee who was a percussionist for Santana. Wow. So nice, diverse mix of talent and achievement. Puerto Ricans, and we look forward to celebrating.
So many good names. And speaking of names, you're going to have members of the Latin American boy band Menudo on hand. So what's happening here, and do you know which members will be there? Of course you do.
Yes, the members that will be there, Johnny Lozada, Ralphie Rodriguez, and Ash Ruiz. They're going to be on a float by HBO Max because of their upcoming documentary, Menudo, Forever Young. And, they're very much part of our culture, probably one of those first big crossover bands, one of the first boy bands, if you will. And, again, it's always great to have them join the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
No Ricky Martin?
Not this year, but he came out big in 2019.
Yeah, he was the Grand Marshal, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
So what else is on the lineup? I mean, this is going to be, you've got so much already that you've told us about. What else is in the lineup?
Sure, and again, tying back to that sense of activism, we're aligning with the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Now, why are we doing that as part of this big party? Well, because climate change is affecting all of us, right? It's an existential threat for everyone. But it's particularly touched Puerto Rico, as evident in Hurricane Maria, as well as, Ida devastated many communities, Puerto Rican, Latino, and other communities throughout Connecticut, New York, New Jersey this past year. So we really wanted to align to that, to call the, sort of mobilize the community again and take action, because it's affecting us throughout the diaspora, and in particular in Puerto Rico. Aligned to that, we have two tributes, one to El Yunque, which is the only national rainforest in the U.S., and then the Puerto Rican parrot, again, the only existing native parrot in the U.S. It's an endangered species. Both have been tremendously impacted by climate change. And so really we want to sort of call attention to our national treasures while also showing how vulnerable we all are. And we need to take climate action.
Amazing.
Action against climate change.
Yeah. So in the midst of it all, you're also raising awareness about such an important cause with the climate action there. Hey, have a fantastic weekend. So glad it is back in action, back in person this year. Don't work too hard, okay? Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the celebration. I know. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Parade kicks off on 11 a.m. on Sunday. Very good.
And I think they have great weather planned for that day, too.